Okay, good evening, everyone. Before we start our lessons, as usual, let's pay homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, good evening, everyone. So today, our lesson 11. We're talking about Ahituka Cheda. So last week last Saturday we talk about Rutala Chedas, Kusala Akusala Vipaka, and also Ahituka Kusala Vipaka. So of course last week we talk about 3 Ahituka Kriya Chetas, 3 rootless functional chetas. And I already explained, but I told you I will explain again regarding with the mind producing consciousness, because last Saturday we didn't have time. So here, 5 sense door advancing consciousness. So I will repeat a little bit again. 5 sense door advancing consciousness. Here we have 5 sense doors: eye, ear, nose, tongue, the body. So when the outside object, just like it's something to see, the sound, etc. So when the outside object come contact with physical senses, eye, sensitivity, etc. Physical senses, then 5 sense door advancing consciousness will advance to the object or will open the door. So we sometimes we will use five door advancing consciousness. Actually, basically we translate as a 5 sense door advancing consciousness. Sometimes I will use as a physical door. Physical door means eye, ear, nose, the tongue, the body. So these are physical doors. Sense door and physical door, they are the same. So the other one is called mind door advancing consciousness. So when our mind have contact with the object, so suppose we are going to we are thinking about our family. So that means our family is the object. So the mind have contact with the object. Then the mind door will open the door. We call it mind door advancing consciousness. So last week we talk about, I explained that this mind door advancing consciousness do 2 functions. Number 1, advancing, it will open the door in the mind doors. And second one is determining functions. So it will, so in the physical doors, the sense doors, so it will function determining. Then after determining, we have a javana. So here, mind producing consciousness is accompanied by joy. Mind producing. Actually, this chetas arises only in the minds of Arahant and the Buddha. Not in the minds of normal people, not even non-returner. So this is a very peculiar to Arahant and the Buddha. So actually, especially in the particular Arahant and the Buddha, this mind, so with the 5 types of consciousness. 5 types of consciousness. So one of them is mind-producing consciousness. So the other 4, we will study. Actually, we will study in when we talk about material phenomena in the 6th chapter. So for the time being, so you can just you can just take note that mind producing consciousness arises only in the minds of Arahant and the Buddha. So when Arahant and the Buddha see something, then he produces mind, his mind. Then that is there must be a reason why Arahant and the Buddha's mind. The actually when we read the suttas, the Buddha and Arahant, they really how to say, it didn't show that. So one time in Samdha Nikaya, we have a series of suttas, Lakkhana Sanyota. So maybe I think I will give you example, how to say, the time Arahant smile with the mind producing consciousness. So on one time, Venerable Moggallana and together with another monk called Lakkhana, so they went to Rajagaha for alms round for Pinapada. So halfway, when they came down from Kichakuta mountain, halfway in one place, a Venerable Moggallana smile. So actually, as the Arahant, so they were not smiling without reason. So for that reason, Venerable Lakkhana, the monk who accompanied Venerable Moggallana, and asked the question, Bhante Moggallana, you smile, recently you smile. Can you tell me the reason why? So Venerable Moggallana said that, wait for a while. I think this is not the time to talk. We are going Pinapada. So when we come back, we will go in front of the Buddha. Before the Buddha, you ask the question before, when we arrive before the Buddha. Then they come back from Pinapada, then they went to the Buddha. So by that time, Venerable Lakkhana asked Venerable Moggallana, so before we go Pinapada, you smile. Can you tell me the reason why? Then Venerable Moggallana said that I saw a giant Petas, who is he is crying out with the pain, and some creatures are beating him, and he will run away. So the creature, just like a bacha, they will be beating, they will be eating its flesh. He is crying out with the pain, because of pain. So I haven't seen such a giant Petas. Because Venerable Moggallana see those Petas who are suffering with the divine eye. Because of that, he keeps his mind. So actually, then Samdha Nikaya went on. So in different occasions, Venerable Moggallana encounter different type of giant Petas, just like a skeleton Petas. There's no flesh in the body or skeleton, and a flesh or meat, a Peta who do not have any skeleton. So actually, there are many kinds of Petas Venerable Moggallana saw. Then whenever he saw a type of petas, he keep his mind. So Venerable Lakkhana asked the reason why. Then in front of the Buddha, so Venerable Moggallana answered the question. Then I saw giant petas. Because of that, I gave his mind. So you might think that Venerable Moggallana is smiling, looking at suffering petas. You might wonder, right? You might wonder. Is he feeling happy by seeing those suffering people? No, not because of happiness. So he want to give information to the one beside him. Because of that, he gave his mind. So by those time, so Venerable Moggallana's mind, based on this mind producing consciousness. So, so in that occasion, there is no Lobha Dosa Moha, no Alobha Adosa Amoha by that time, in the minds of Venerable Moggallana, when the moment he smiled. For that reason, such a mind can be such a mind is called mind producing consciousness, or ahituka kriya chaita, rootless functional chaitas. But in some time, so when Arahant is talking to someone, he meets mind. So because he have a, I want to say, a type of joy in his mind. So in those time, it's not this one, not this one. So there are another 4 type of consciousness around his mind. So in the 6th chapter, when we talk about metta, we explain in detail. And also I will explain different type of smiling, different type of laughter. Okay, so sometime also when the Buddha go some places, he also smile. Then those occasion, the Venerable Ananda will ask Venerable Moggallana. Sorry, Venerable Ananda will ask the Buddha, why you are smiling? And the Buddha will explain the reason why he smiled. So actually, such occasion can be found in such story can be found in Sri Lanka, in Myanmar. The Buddha visit Myanmar, the Buddha visit Sri Lanka. So by that time, the Buddha give his mind. Then the Venerable Ananda will ask why. Then the Buddha will answer the reason why. So there is the reason behind giving his mind. So here, mind producing consciousness accompanied by joy. At that time, Venerable Moggallana is not smiling because he's happy. No, not like this. But there's the reason why he keep his mind, so that he can explain other people. That's called mind producing consciousness accompanied by joy. That's peculiar to Arahant and the Buddha. Okay, these are 3 ahituka kriya chaitas. So number 1 and number 2, 5 sense door advancing consciousness and mind door advancing consciousness. So these 2 can arise in the minds of everyone. In the minds of everyone. So actually we have 20 kriya chaitas, 20 functional minds, functional chaitas. Among them, only 2. Number 1 here, 5 sense door advancing consciousness and mind door advancing consciousness. Only these 2 can arise in the minds of everyone. These 2 kriya chaita can arise in your mind, in my mind, and in the minds of Sotapanna, Sakadagami, and Anagami. But number 3, mind producing consciousness, and another 70 kriya chaitas. arise only in the minds of Arahants and the Buddha. So this is the, I think you should take note that we have a 20 type of functional Kriya Chaitas. Among them, only 2 can arise in the minds of everyone. The rest of the 80 functional Chaitas arise only in the minds of the Buddha. Okay, I will let one person ask question.
Bhante, can I answer? You have the word averting. Why do you call it averting? Because in English word, averting means command, say. So 5 cent store, it doesn't quite gel. So what is this meaning of this word called averting here?
Okay, I'll explain. Adverting, according to dictionary, time to the time to, it time to, or it go to. So suppose you are listening to the Abhidhamma lessons right now, right? Right now. So your mind tend to what I'm talking, the voice what I'm talking, right? And also then after that, after a few while, you think about your family. Then your mind tend to your family. So this is a adverting. Turning the object. So this is the adverting. So we have 2 type of adverting. One, open. For that reason, figuratively, I use the word opening the door. That's not really the meaning. Okay. So another question. Okay. Sumana.
Wait, Bhante.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me? Bhante. I want to ask about this smile producing consciousness. Why is it not in the bodily intimation, like body language, singing, twitching the eyebrow? All this fall into body intimation under mata. But why smiling producing consciousness why is it under consciousness and not under body intimation?
No, actually here, bodily intimation or the actions of your body, actually it based on smile producing consciousness. So here, because of smile producing consciousness, then the body is moving, bodily intimation, show is mind. So our action, I'm talking, actually my hand are shaking, shaking, and also you hear my voice. These are material phenomena. All these material phenomena or matter arises because of mental and physical phenomena in my mind, and citta and cittasika in my mind. I want to talk, desire to talk in my mind. So because of that bodily intimation, my hands are shaking. Then you hear my voice. So everything based on the mind. So here, Venerable Moggallana is smiling because of mind producing consciousness. Smiling is, of course, material phenomena. As you said, that this is a bodily intimation. But that bodily action arises because of this mind. So for that reason, the Buddha said, mind is forerunner of everything.
But it's not necessary to be smile. It can be twitching the eyebrow. It can be others. Not necessarily smile. Why smile is so special? It can be anything. Maybe look on the left, look on the right. This also indicates I want to say something.
Regarding here, it indicates only for the smile. Only for the smile. Suppose if the Buddha raise eyebrow or something, it because of other chetas, not because of this one. Not because of this one. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you, Bhante.
So we have 80 Ahetuka chetas. Now we'll talk about 80 Ahetuka chetas with a different name, because in the third chapter, we were explaining in the second and third chapter, sometimes we will encounter different usage regarding with Ahetuka chetas. Actually, this is not very difficult for you because I have already explained this one. So actually, these are just different names given combining the same type of consciousness, similar type of consciousness. Here, the first one is, we call it Tripancha Vijnana, two set of five-fold consciousness, two set, but they are five kind. So actually, this is nothing but regarding with the I consciousness. We have two type of I consciousness. One consciousness arises because of akusala karma. Another kind I consciousness arises because of kusala karma. So we have a two set regarding with I consciousness. Similarly, we have a two set of ear consciousness, nose consciousness, body consciousness, tongue consciousness. So altogether 10. So we call it Pancha Vijnana, Pancha Vijnana, two set of five-fold consciousness. Another one is three investigating chetas. So we've already learned. One because of akusala, two because of kusala. We have a two receiving consciousness. One because of kusala, one because of akusala. We have a two type of advarin chetas. Another one is one smile producing chetas. So when you look at this one, we try to combine and give a, how to say that, we try to combine all similar type of chetas. Then we give the name. Two set of five-fold consciousness, three investigating chetas, two receiving chetas, two advarin chetas, one smile producing chetas. Altogether 80 Ahetuka chetas. Okay. Then go to page number 43. Page number 43. Page number 43. Then these are 80 Ahetuka chetas. So when you look at number 1 to number 7, unwholesome resultant chetas. Unwholesome resultant chetas. So these chetas will arise because of unwholesome. Then you can look at here, feeling, especially here, feeling. When you look at 7 akusala vipaka cheta, so we have six type of equanimity. 6 are equanimous feeling. Only one is painful feeling. So regarding with the body consciousness. So as a result of unwholesome karma, you will see unwholesome things. You will hear unwholesome sounds. You will get unwholesome smell. You will eat unwholesome food. You will have to experience unwholesome tangible object. And you have to receive and you have to investigate. These are 7 akusala vipaka cheta. So when you look at here, you can see the feeling, regarding with the feeling. There's only one painful feeling, the rest are equanimity feeling. Then look at number 8 to number 50. Number 8 to number 50. Then but there is only one pleasure feeling and one joy feeling. So the rest are equanimity feeling. So regarding with body consciousness, so when you experience unpleasant things with your body, then pleasant things with your body, then pleasure feeling will arise. When your mind is investigating extremely desirable things, the right desirable object, then you will have a joy feeling. So the rest are equanimity feeling. Then when you look at the last one, 60 to 80, 60 to 80. So two are equanimity feeling and one is joy feeling. It's mind producing consciousness. So I think when you look at here, we have 80 Ayuka Chetas. And then we have one pain feeling, one pleasure feeling, and two joy feeling, So the rest are equanimity feeling. I think if you read page number 43, this chart, then you will be able to digest different type of Ayuka Cheta. By way of feeling, we have two type of joy feeling. Somanasa Vedana, we have 14 equanimity feeling. We have one pain feeling. We have one pleasure feeling. Altogether 80. So I think in the exam, it is important to know, to enumerate different type of feeling. So I think you should know it. Okay.
Hey, can I ask you, what's the difference between joy and pleasure feeling? Because some books, they mix the two. Some say happiness is pleasure and the joy is
can you go, please go back and read. Actually, I have already explained it. Okay. Joy is a mental pleasure feeling. Pleasure is a physical pleasant feeling. Okay. So when you experience a pleasant thing with your body, then pleasure feeling. So when you experience pleasant things in your mind, then joy feeling.
Thank you.
And also we have a two type of pain feeling. We have a displeasure feeling. Displeasure feeling arises in the mind. Suppose when you are thinking about unpleasant people in your mind, then displeasure feeling will arise. That is in the mind, according to here. Then painful feeling, pain feeling. So when you experience unpleasant thing with your body, then pain feeling will arise.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay. Basically, we have only three. Actually, the Buddha just basically the Buddha talk about only three type of feeling. Pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, neither pleasant nor unpleasant feeling. So we have to learn in the third chapter. When we talk about third chapter, we will have to learn again. Okay. After you finish your question, just lower down your hand. I might be thinking that you want to stay as question. You lower down your hand. Okay. Nisha.
Hi, Bhante. I maybe you have explained this, but I might have forgotten. But the chart you show before, the numbers on the right, the 13, 14, 15, 16. What are these numbers?
Oh, okay. We already learned 12 akusala cheta, right? 12 akusala chetas. But right now, from 12, 30, right? 30, 40.
Oh.
Earlier, we already learned 12 akusala cettas.
Okay.
Then after 12, 13, right?
Yes, yes, understand. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so up to now, we have already learned Ahetuka cettas. So we have 7 akusala vipaka cetta. 7 cettas arises because of akusala karma in the past. We have 8 cettas. They arises because of kusala karma that we have done in the past. And we have 3 kriya cettas. Actually, they are neither wholesome or unwholesome. We call it they are abhyagata, indeterminate. And then the first 2 arises in the minds of everyone. The last one, smile producing, arises in the minds of Arahant and the Buddha. So I think Ahituka cettas are important in our life. So they are arising most of the time. So if you are mindful, then you can understand, For that reason, but here, the importance of ownership for karma. This is my note. If we fully understand and accept the nature of 80 rootless cettas, we will have the right knowledge of the ownership for karma. Karma sakata samadhiti. So I think this is a very important in our life. If we fully understand and also fully accept the nature of 80 rootless cettas that we have learned, and we will have the right understanding regarding with ownership for karma. So actually, regarding with ownership for karma, and the Buddha normally say like this in the suttas, in many suttas. I am owner of my karma. I will be the heir of wherever karma, good or bad, that I do. So this is the teachings, very important teachings regarding with the karma in many suttas. So the Buddha said that we have to recollect. In one sutta, the Buddha said that we should recollect or reflect very often regarding with the ownership of karma. I am the owner of my own karma. Whatever karma I do, that will be my own. That will be my own. But here also, sometimes you may see unpleasant things. You may hear unpleasant sounds. You may have to eat unpleasant food. You may have a unpleasant smell, then unpleasant bodily touch. So when you have all these unpleasant things in your life, I think you look at Ahituka cettas. Because you experience all these unpleasant things, you have done unpleasant karma in the past. What you have to do is you have to change your action, your karma. Do good, do more good deed. If you are doing more good deed, a lot of good deed, all your unpleasant experience will be driving away. Then you will have Ahituka Kusala Vipaka Cheda. So as a result of your karma, then you will have to see pleasant things, good things. You will hear pleasant sounds, pleasant smell, and taste, touch, etc. So if we fully understand the 80 rootless cettas, then we understand and the ownership for karma. We are owner of our own karma. So we are doing good things. Then you will have to see good things. So when you're doing unwholesome things, you will experience unwholesome things. So, but the karma is, the function of karma is sometimes very intricate. Some karma come from your past life, some karma in this life. So what we can do is, so whatever experience we have to accept it. Then what we can do, we can change our karma by doing good things. So for that reason, if we understand Ayurvedic Chetas in Abhidhamma, we understand the ownership for karma. Actually, this is called wisdom. So in the next session, we will have to learn. So for that reason, in the Noble Eightfold Path, so the first one is right view or right understanding. So if we have right understanding, everything, you know, we experience, wholesome or unwholesome, good or bad, our own karma, then that will be right view or right understanding. No need to blame other people, no need to blame yourself. Just understanding or wisdom. That is called right view or right understanding, according to the Noble Eightfold Path. That only you have a right understanding, you will have a right intention or right thought, right intention, right attitude. Only if you have a right attitude, then you have a right speech, right action, etc. So actually, the Four Noble Truths is the Noble Eightfold Path is very beautiful. Everything comes from right understanding or wisdom. That means if you have a wisdom about Ayurvedic Chetas, then your attitude, your thinking will change. Then if you are thinking, if your attitudes are right, you will say right thing, you will act right things. So that is, for that reason, understanding Ayurvedic Chetas is important. Then we have to, I think we have to reflect. Okay, up to now, any question? We finish Ayurvedic Cheta. If no question, let's continue. Sobhana Chetas, page number 45. Page number 45. Sobhana Cheta means beautiful consciousness. Beautiful consciousness. Excluding 12 akusala chetas. We already learned. And 80 Ayurvedic chetas. 12 and 80, altogether 30. Excluding them, the rest are called Sobhana Cheta. Beautiful consciousness. So we have 89 chetas. So the rest are 59. In broader details, we have 121 chetas. In that category, we have only 91. 59 beautiful chetas in summary, and 91 beautiful chetas in broader classification. So they are called beautiful because they associate with beautiful mental factors. Beautiful mental factors. So mental factors or chetasikas, we have to learn in the next chapters. So we have 25 beautiful mental factors. Rupa Katin, the president of Palita Society, a famous Buddhist scholar, he used Chetasika. He translates Chetasika as a mental function. Mental function. I like the way he translates mental function. Mental factor is literal translation. The mental function, very beautiful. So there are a lot of functions of our mind. sometimes compassion, sometimes anger, sometimes generous, sometimes stingy. So these are mental functions, Chittasika. So here, these Sovana Chetas associate with beautiful Chittasika. Therefore, we call it Sovana. So we have 30 Asopana Chetas, non-beautiful consciousness, non-beautiful consciousness. 12 Akusala Chetas and 80 Ahituka Chetas are called Asopana, non-beautiful. Chetas, actually, this is the meaning, Chetas that are not Sovana, Actually, this usage, Asopana Chetas, is given the name by Burmese Abhidhamma teachers. You will not find in the commentary, you will not find in the sub-commentary. So this is the name given by Burmese Abhidhamma teachers. So as you are going to take Abhidhamma Azen, so I think you need to know this one. So we have 12 Akusala Chetas and 80 Ahituka Chetas. So actually, they are called Asopana Chetas because they are not Sopana. They are not Sopana. So based on this name, so 30 Asopana Chetas are wrongly interpreted, wrongly understood nowadays in Myanmar as the ugly Chetas, So actually, of course, 12 Akusala Chetas are ugly. They are not beautiful. But 80 Ahituka Chetas, so they are rootless. So that means they are neither beautiful nor ugly. We cannot say they are beautiful or they are ugly because they don't have any root, unwholesome root or wholesome root. For that reason, we cannot say they are ugly or beautiful. We call it they are indeterminate. But Burmese Abhidhamma teachers, they created the name Asopana Cheda, because apart from other than 59 Sopana Chetas, the rest are called Asopana. So that means the Chetas that are not Sopana. It means Chetas that are not Sopana, but it doesn't mean. So the non-beautiful here means they are ugly. No. They are not ugly, Of course, Akusala Chetas are ugly. But Ahituka, they are not ugly. But in the exam, in Burmese language, in Myanmar language, they always ask 30 Asopana Chetas as the ugly Chetas. Actually, it's not correct. Anyway, I think as we are going to learn, going to take exam, I think you must know this one. In Myanmar, 30 Akusala Cheta, 12 Akusala Cheta and 80 Ahituka Chetas are called Asopana Chetas. So they are not ugly one, but they are not Sopana Cheta. It means they are not Sopana Chetas. But in the exam, when they ask, mention ugly Chetas, you have to remember this one, right? But actually it's not correct, but they normally ask like this. So it's not a correct usage, but when they ask such a way, then you mention ugly Chetas in Abhidhamma, then you have to mention 30 Asopana Chetas, right? Okay, I hope you understand, but we need to know so we can so we were trying to enumerate by way of feeling. So actually for the first time, it may be a bit difficult for you. But when you study gradually, step by step, it will be easier. It will become easier for you. But you need to make a little bit effort for that. But here, we are going to enumerate 12 akusala and 80 ayuka chitta together by way of feeling. So when we talk about joint feeling, so we have a 4 joint feeling in akusala chittas. So they are from lower mula chitta, 4 joint feeling. But there's a 2 joint feeling in ayuka chitta. Altogether 6. Altogether 6. So I will not explain in detail. I think you need to go back and read and trying to understand. So here we have a 6 joint feeling. So what are the 6? You need to know it. So we have a 20 equanimity feeling. So in the akusala chitta, we have 6 equanimity feeling and 40 in ayuka chittas, altogether 20. In akusala chitta, so we have 4 equanimity feeling in the lower mula chitta. We have another 2 in moha mula chitta. And displeasure feeling is only 2. Only 2. So there will be nothing will be added. 2 displeasure feeling. So they are nothing but 2 dosa mula chitta. So we have only 1 pain feeling. So we already learned in the ayuka chitta. We have only 1 pleasure feeling in ayuka chittas. Altogether 30. Sorry, I forgot to change the number. 30. Yeah, total 30. Thank you. So this is a 30 asobana chittas. So by way of feeling, I think you need to know this one. The next one is a sobana chitta, beautiful consciousness. As I earlier said that we have 59 plus 91, also 91. We have a 24 kama vachara sobana chitta. Kama vachara sobana chitta. Kama vachara means sincere consciousness, sincere. Sobana means beautiful. Chitta means consciousness. We have a 24. So today we will learn 24 kama vachara chitta. Then we have a 50 rupa vachara chitta. 5 material sphere consciousness. Rupa vachara chitta. We have a 12 arupa vachara chitta. 12 immaterial sphere consciousness. The rupa and arupa, they are jhana chittas. And we have 8 local chittas in summary. Then we can multiply these 8 into 40. 8 in general, 8 local chittas in summary, and 40 local chittas in broader classification. So then if we count Sopana chitta in summary, we will have 59. In greater classification, 91. So we will learn one by one. Sopana chittas arise based on 3 roots. Non-greed, non-hatred, non-delusion. Alopa, adosa, amoha. 12 akusala chittas arises based on 3 roots. Lopa, dosa, moha. They are unwholesome. But here, alopa, adosa, amoha, they are wholesome. But in between good and bad, there are ahituka chitta. You notice, right? You notice. Akusala and wholesome. Chitta that we are going to learn, they are wholesome. But in between ahituka chittas, neither wholesome or unwholesome. Because they don't have unwholesome root or wholesome root. Okay, so we have 59 Sopana Chetas. They arise because based on Alapa, Adosa, or Moha. Then I want to explain a little bit about non-greed, non-hatred, and non-delusion. So the first one, regarding with the non-greed, we can learn in the Noble Eightfold Path. So actually the non-greed is renunciation. Renunciation. If you can renounce something, that means you don't have a lobha. If you have a lobha, you cannot renounce. You will take it, you know. You will hold it. You will grabs it. That is the function of lobha. But if you give away, if you renounce, non-greed, because you don't have a lobha. Another one is generosity. So you have a generosity in your mind because you don't have lobha. You don't have a lobha. So here, basically, when we talk about non-greed, that means the state of mind that you don't have a lobha in your mind. Lobha trying to hold it, lobha trying to grasp it. But here, non-greed, then trying to renounce, trying to let go. Generates. Sometimes we have a lot of attachment. We're trying to attach, we're trying to grasp. We're trying to crave for something. That is the function of greed. If you don't have craving, if you don't have a grasping, open-minded, then share what you have, that is non-greed. Another one is non-hatred. If you don't have hatred or anger in your mind, that is called non-hatred. So actually this is a very, we can explain that non-hatred according to the Noble Eightfold Path. Loving kindness, metta. If you have a loving kindness in your mind, that means you don't have a metta. Loving kindness is opposite of hatred. If you have a compassion to those who are suffering, who are having a problems, that means you don't have a hatred in your mind, non-hatred. Mudita, altruistic joy. If you have a joyous feeling regarding with the success of other people or the property of other people, then you congratulate, a joyous feeling in your mind. So that means you don't have a hatred in your mind. If you hate a person, or if you hate a group of people, or a society, organization, country, you don't have a mudita. That means you have a hatred. So this is called non-hatred. Actually, this I here I added etc. So that means there are a lot of mental functions. Just like if you have a patient, if you practice patience, that means non-hatred. If you have a hatred in your mind, anger in your mind, you cannot tolerate. So for that reason, patience also non-hatred. So there will be a lot. So actually, non-hatred is the opposite of hatred. Another one is non-delusion. Normally, non-delusion, we always say wisdom. Yes, you're right, wisdom. The Noble Eightfold Path, so right view. The right view is non-delusion. If you have a right view about wholesome and unwholesome things, if you have a right view about the Four Noble Truth, that's non-delusion. But here, equanimity, this is a very, those who want to know about the usage of equanimity, I want to suggest to listen mind talk. So less thirsty talk. Maybe after that I will share. If you after listening that Dhamma talk, you will understand different type of equanimity. So Visuddhimagga mentioned 10 type of equanimity. So here in the how to say in the in Abhidhamma, especially in the Chaitas, what we are learning is mostly feeling equanimity. But here, what I'm referring to is equanimity. Here, me, I want to say the Brahma Vihara, or 4 divine dwellings. So equanimity from 4 divine dwellings: Metta, Karuna, Mudita, equanimity. So when you have equanimity, that means because of wisdom. Because of wisdom. If you don't have a wisdom and mindfulness, equanimous mind cannot arise. So for that reason, equanimity also can be added into non-delusion. Clear comprehension. Sambhajana, we call it Sambhajana. In the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, the Buddha said, in many Sutta actually, the Buddha used the word Sambhajana. We must know what we are doing. Now I'm talking, I must know that I'm talking. You are listening. You must know that you are listening. When you are cooking, you must know that you are cooking. When you're walking, must know that you're walking. Drinking, just know that you're drinking. That's called clear comprehension. So such clear comprehension is important in meditation. So such type of clear comprehension is called non-delusion. So there are other main function as well. So I think in general, I just give some example, right? Sometimes we cannot equate 2 things together. Huh? We cannot. Sometimes, even though I say generosity is non-greed, sometimes it can be combined with non-delusion, wisdom. And equanimity. So now I add it into non-delusion. It can be added into non-hatred as well. Because sometimes the moment we practice equanimity, we love ourselves. Sometimes you try your best to help those who are suffering. Then what they need is beyond your limit. Then you look at yourself. That's equanimity. So equanimity sometimes non-delusion, sometimes non-hatred. Non-hatred means you don't have a hatred to yourself. You have a love to yourself. So I just give example. Actually, we cannot equate 2 categories of teachings into together. We cannot equate. I think before we talk about beautiful Chaitas, beautiful consciousness, then I want to explain different type of good deed in Buddhism. So in Punya Kriya Vatu Sutta in Digha Nikaya, and the Buddha talk about 3 type of good deed. 3 type of good deed that we can do. Number 1, dana, giving. Number 2, sila, morality or moral conduct. And number 3, bhavana, meditation or mental culture. Mental cultivation. So these are 3 categories of wholesome deed that we can do. So actually the Buddha himself taught in the suttas. These 3 bases of meritorious deed. Actually, for these different type of good deed, I will not discuss in detail. And also, those who want to know these all these type of good deed, then I will give you the link. Actually, I already explained in greater detail in my Sutta study class. So here I will not discuss in detail. But in the fifth chapter, I will discuss in detail because it is among the topic. So for the time being, then I just explain what are the good deeds that we can do. So that is just in summary. So we will not discuss in detail. If you have a doubt, if you have questions, then I recommend to listen my talk. But in the fifth chapter, I will explain all these one in detail. Okay. Sorry, we are thinking to change the microphone. There's a new one, the second microphone. So I don't know what's the problem. Okay, so the three bases of meritorious deed, dana, sila, and bhavana, are the ground or the field where the good deeds are cultivated. The good deed can be done. So these are three types of category that we can do. Dana, giving, sila, moral conduct, and bhavana, meditation. The commentary expand them up to 10 as a 10 bases of meritorious deed. 10 bases of meritorious deed. So these 10s are mentioned in the commentary. If you want to know, then you can read. Then I have given the page number. Then after my lessons, I will give my note. I will send my note to you. So these are the pages. Then you can go and read. 3 places is more than enough. So 10 bases of meritorious deed. These are the bases that you can do your good deed. Number 1, giving, dana. Number 2, sharing of merit. So you do good deed, you share the merit to your departed people. Sharing of merit. And rejoicing in others' merit. When somebody do good deed, you rejoice. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And sometimes without saying anything, you can rejoice in your mind. Rejoicing in other merits is good deed. So these three are counted as a dana because they have the same natures. Because they are connected with dana. After doing dana, mostly you share the merit and you rejoice in other merit. So these are called dana group. This is a dana group. The next one, morality or moral conduct, sila. Then respect or pachayana. If you respect to anyone, that is called apachayana. It's a good deed. It's a good deed. If you respect to your parents, to your teachers, to your college, anyone. If you have a respect to younger people also, that's also good deed. Some are very humble. They have a much respect. That's good deed. That's good deed. Next one is service. Vayavacha. If you are rendering your service to something, if you render, if you volunteer something, that's also considered as a meritorious deed. So actually, rendering service is not really easy. Have to give a lot of time, and you need to practice a lot of patience. So that is a very highly recommended good deed. Some people, even though they are doing a lot of dana, but they don't render their service to temple. But even now, we have to thank teacher Lily and Sandra. So they organize this course, and they make a lot of effort, and they give a lot of time sharing information to the students and giving. So we have to thank our class coordinator, teacher Lily and Sandra. They are rendering their service for the sake of many people, right? Because of their effort, the many people can learn the Dhamma. It's very fruitful, very fruitful. So I also here again very grateful to them. Without them, we cannot organize this like this one. So actually, this is considered very under the morality, moral conduct. Actually, morality is sila is higher than dana. Sila is higher than dana. Someone say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Rejoicing in other merit. Rejoicing is considered as a dana. Okay, so these three are counted as a sila because they have the same nature. 5 and 6, respect and service. So they are counted as a sila because they have the same nature as a sila. So this is a commentary explanation. Remember that this is a commentary explanation. So we cannot say, actually this is, how to say, for that reason, sometimes we give our time. It's considered as a dana, right? We give our time. And we practice patience. Practicing patience is, how to say that? There's not a sila, it's a bhavana, it's a bhavana. It's hard to categorize all these one, but this is a commentary explanation. Then meditation, bhavana. So actually, meditation will be explained a little bit in the when we talk about jhanas. Then in the last chapter where we were explaining detail meditation, hearing the Dhamma. Now you are hearing the teachings of the Buddha. This is considered as a meditation because you concentrate what I am talking, and your mind is working hard to investigate, and so and you trying to compare the Dhamma that you have learned. Hearing the Dhamma is considered as meditation, and also teaching the Dhamma is a type of meditation, teaching. So I'm teaching at the same time I'm practicing. So because of that, when some problem arises in our life, then we can bear it. It's very grateful. So hearing the Dhamma, teaching the Dhamma, these are considered as a meditation because they have the same nature with the meditation. Meditation, you have to concentrate one object. Here also, while you are listening, you have to concentrate. Then I'm talking, I have to concentrate what I will be talking. If my mind is restless, no, cannot teach, right? Cannot teach. So these are under the meditation. So the last one is straightening out one's view. So your understanding is straight, not crooked. So that means you have a clear understanding about dana, sila, and bhavana. So for that reason, this one can be added into either one of them. You can add into dana, you can add into sila, you can add into bhavana. So these are the 10 bases of meritorious deed that we can that we can do in our life. So you can choose wherever you like, wherever you like. Now we are learning the Dhamma, we are teaching the Dhamma. That's considered meditation. Okay, so I will not be discussing in detail. So I have given the page number, then you can read. I think you should read. The more you read many times, the more you will have a clear understanding. Sometimes the Dhamma speaker will speak the same topic. Don't try to skip, because if you hear the same topic 2 times, better understanding, 3 times, more understanding, 4 times, 5 times, you have to, because of course different speaker will talk about the same topic, so their understanding, the way they talk, their approach may be different. Should listen. So listening the Dhamma itself is a good deed. While you are listening the Dhamma, at least you don't have unwholesome thought in your mind. So for that reason, even it is the same topic, don't try to skip. Try to listen if you have time, because even for me, when I'm talking the same topic, this year talk the same topic, and next year also we'll be talking the same topic, may not be the same, no? Because understanding and the way we approach, the way we see may not be the same. Okay. Then now let's talk about 24 Kama Vajra Sobhana Cheda. Kama Vajra Sobhana Cheda. Earlier we talked about Sobhana. Sobhana Cheda. Sobhana means beautiful consciousness. Beautiful consciousness. Now we add another one, Kama Vajra. Kama Vajra. Kama Vajra means sense fear. Sense fear. So these chetas will arise depend on our senses. Depend on our senses. Based on our senses. When you see someone, then you have a respect in your mind. You have compassion in your mind. Loving kindness in your mind. So those loving kindness, compassion, all these beautiful chetas arises based on your eye, your senses. Now you are hearing the Dhamma, the ear consciousness. So based on your ear, so there are a lot of wisdom in your mind. The wisdom is beautiful mental factor, beautiful chetas, beautiful chetas. The wisdom, understanding, they arises because of, based on the ear senses. The same thing, wherever you experience with the senses. If the beautiful cheta arises, that is called Kama Vajra. Kama Vajra Sobhana chetas. Sense fear, beautiful consciousness. According to Abhidhamma, before you attain jhana, any type of consciousness arises in your mind, also called Kama Vajra. Kama Vajra chetas, because they arises based on our senses. So after listening the Dhamma talk tonight, then you will sleep. Before you will sleep, you'll be thinking and recollecting what you have learned today. Then beautiful mental factor, a beautiful mental state, beautiful cheta arises in your mind. Even though it arises in your mind, earlier, so those Dhamma you hear with your ear. So ear is senses, ear is sense. So for that reason, so we can understand that any type of beautiful chetas that arises based on your senses is called Kama Vajra Sobhana. Kama Vajra Sobhana. Any type of chetas which are ugly and unwholesome, which arises in your mind. In your mind. That's called Kamavachara Chaita 2. Kamavachara. It's not a Sobhana one, Asobhana. Not beautiful one. But here, beautiful Chaitas arises based on the senses. That's called Kamavachara. So we have 24 Kamavachara Sobhana Chaitas. We have only 24, but we have 59 Sobhana Chaitas. Sobhana is wider, right? Including Jhana Chaitas, including Lokuttara Chaitas. They are called Sobhana, beautiful Chaitas. But here, Kamavachara, 24. 8. Kamavachara Kusala Chaita. So, Kusala Chaita is not enough because there are any other Kusala Chaita as well. For that reason, we add Kamavachara Kusala Chaita. We have 8 Kamavachara Vipaka Chaita. Vipaka means resultant. Even though the Pali terms are a little bit long, but you don't need to worry because you know Kusala, you know Vipaka. So what you have to know is only Kamavachara. It's easier to pronounce. So when we are using English terms, it's confusing sometimes. It is not, if we use English terms, it is not a, how to say, not a concise. Sometimes it will lead to misunderstanding. Just like equanimity. It will lead a lot of misunderstanding. So if you know, if you read in Pali, it recite. Kamavachara Kusala Chaita. 8 Kamavachara Vipaka Chaita, and then 8 Kamavachara Kriya Chaita. Altogether 24. But here, Kusala wholesome, Vipaka the result, and Kriya functional. 3 type. And you add Kamavachara, sincere. Earlier, somebody want to ask question. Okay, then you can ask later part. These 3 type of chaitas are given the name Maha. So as they are greater in numbers compared to other chaitas. So the number of chaitas are greater than or more than other chaitas. So for that reason, we use the word Maha. Maha means greater or more than. Maha Kusala Chaita. Kusala is wholesome. Then you add Maha. Great wholesome Chaita. So I think later when you use the word Maha Kusala, it is easier for you. Easier for you. When I say Maha Kusala, you right away understand. I'm referring to Kamavachara Kusala Chaita, sincere wholesome consciousness. And Mahavipaka Chaita, Mahagriya Chaita. You add Maha. Maha means greater. Because we have 8 types of consciousness. So most of the chaitas are only 5, 4, etc. So here, the number is very greater. For that reason, we add Maha. And this one also you trying to take note. Maha Kusala, Mahavipaka, Mahakriya. Kamavachara Kusala Chaita, Kamavachara Vipaka, Kamavachara Kriya. In other words, we can say Mahakusala, Mahavipaka, Mahakriya. But in Myanmar, we use the word Maha, Mahakusala, Mahavipaka, Mahakariya. Page number 47. Page number 47. Kamavachara Kusala is divided into 8 types. We have 8 Kamavachara Kusala Chaitas on the basis of 3 principles. 3 principles. Number 1, the feeling. We have 2 types of feeling, joy or equanimity. Actually, we already learned in Akusala Chaita, joy, happiness, a pleasure feeling, a pleasant feeling in your mind. Pleasant feeling in your mind is called joy. A pleasant feeling in your body is called pleasure, sukha, sukha vedana. But here, equanimity, neither pleasant nor unpleasant, or neutral feeling, neutral feeling. That's called equanimity. Sometimes, when you're doing dana, you feel very happy. That's joy, accompanied by joy. Sometimes you do dana, just normal, you don't feel anything. So your state of mind is not accompanied by joy, neutral feeling, neutral feeling. So when you meditate, when you feel like happy, accompanied by joy. If you don't experience any exciting, joyous feeling, then equanimity. So here, actually, it's only two. We have 4 kusala chaita, 4 kusala chaitas accompanied by joy, and another 4 accompanied by equanimity. Not difficult, easy. The number 2, the presence of knowledge and absence of knowledge. When you do good deed, dana, sila, bhavana, anything, you know that this is good deed. Then the knowledge, the presence of knowledge. Sometimes you do good things, you do good things without knowing this is a good things. So that is called absence of knowledge. So we have 4 types of chaitas accompanied by knowledge, associated with the knowledge. And we have another 4 dissociated from knowledge. The next one is the degree of volition and energy. Effect or energy. So when you're doing dana, you have a greater degree, higher degree of volition in your mind. You make a lot of effect, higher degree of effect of viriya. That is called unprompted. Asankarika. So when you do any type of wholesome things and any type of good deed, then your volition, your motivation is not very high, a lesser degree, and you didn't make much effort. You just do good things with the less effort, less motivation. That's called prompted satsankarika. Normally, but even today, one student asked me regarding with prompted and unprompted. Actually, the way I explain here, my note, so you no need to confuse. You just look at when you are doing good things, when you are doing good deed, you look at your motivation. You look at your effort, whether you make a lot of effort to do good things or you have a higher degree of motivation in your mind. That will be asankarika. Sometimes even somebody told you to do, if you make a lot of effort, if you're full of motivation in your mind, that's unprompted. That's unprompted. Not a prompted one. Not a prompted one. So actually, most Abhidhamma teacher will explain when somebody told you to do something that is prompted. When you do yourself, that will be unprompted. This is also not wrong, but not 100% correct. Not 100% correct. Sometimes, even though nobody force you to do, if you are doing good things, then you make you don't have higher degree of motivation in your mind. You don't have you cannot make a lot of effort. Then that will be prompted. That will be prompted. Even though somebody do not force you to do, ask you to do. But if you have a less degree of motivation or volition, or if you have a less effort, suppose if you are lazy to do good things, suppose you are chanting every evening. So if you're happy, if you're happily you're chanting, you make a lot of effort, then you have a lot of motivation, then that is unprompted, right? Sometimes you feel very lazy. You feel very lazy, then you force you to do. Oh, I must do it. Then you don't have higher degree of motivation in your mind, and you have to force you to do that. That can be called prompted. So I think if you look at the degree of motivation and effort, enough, whether somebody asks you or somebody do not ask you, or you have to do by yourself, you don't need to look at all these outer appearance. Just look at your motivation or degree, because what we are learning is chaitas, the mind, the mind, not our how to say that. If you look at your mind, you know, is it prompted or unprompted? If your motivation and energy is higher, and a lot of motivation, a lot of energy, then that will be unprompted, asankarika. If lesser degree of motivation and effort, that will be prompted, sasankarika. It's very clear, because I take this one based on one sutta from Anguttara Nikaya. Okay, so now 9 o'clock. For those I will, let me see. Okay, then this will be the end of the lessons. Those who want to leave, then you can leave. Those who want to stay back for the question and answer. There will be no more lessons, but just question and answer, just for discussion. Any question? No more lessons. Okay. Ponyo. Chaponyo. You unmute from your side. Hello. Okay, I will. Okay.
Okay. Yes, I've unmuted myself. Okay. Yes. Good evening, Bhante.
Okay.
In one of your earlier slides, you showed something on the Subhana Cittas. You said that there are 59 of these Cittas out of 91.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said, then there should, but there, after you have 59 out of 91, by right, there should be 40 other Cittas.
Yeah. because
So, but you've given only 10 asobana, 30 asobana, 59 asobana cheetahs, 30. Where are the remaining 10 cheetahs?
30 and 59 altogether 89, right?
89. Yes.
89.
Yes.
And 30 and 91, 121. 30 and 91.
Okay.
Altogether
So
121.
121. So in your slides just now you showed 59 sobana cheetahs out of 91. So
No.
what are these?
No, actually, here, you misunderstand. We count 59 Sovana Chetas. This is the enumeration in summary. We have 91 Sovana Chetas. 91 Sovana Chetas in enumeration in greater in product classification.
Oh, so these 91 are just not, these 91 are sobana cheetahs.
You're right.
59 out of
not out of
59 out of 91.
Two category. No. Actually, maybe the way I write may be wrong, but here, the two type of how to say enumeration. One in summary, 59.
Okay.
Summary, and 91 is in
The expanded.
enumeration. Yeah, expanded.
Oh, okay. I understand now. I was wondering what happened to the mixing 40 cheetahs.
Okay.
Okay, I think I understand now. Thank you, Bhante.
Okay. And Aku. Hello.
Namaste, Bhante.
Okay, yeah.
I would like to ask Bhante, how about the what is so-called subconscious mind, Bhante? I mean, let's say somebody has trauma because maybe the loss of the children or maybe divorce, etc. And this trauma give effects on his mental or on the body of these persons. And how about this subconscious or unconscious mind in psychological term applied in Abhidhamma, Bhante, in the process of thinking?
Unconscious mind means somebody is forgotten, right? Fainted.
He doesn't know that he is stressful because of certain event, that the loss of children, for example, the demise of a children or demise of parents, and these set things give trauma to a person's. And according to psychologists, they actually working in subconscious or unconscious level. How about in Abhidhamma? Which category of citta is this subconscious or unconscious mind?
Unconscious means something is hidden in their mind, right? Unconscious.
Yes.
So they were unconsciously.
Like a story of, like the story in the sutta, there is one bhikkhu who is afraid of death, and until they come to the Buddha, and the Buddha explain about the past life of these persons, why he is afraid of this bhikkhu, afraid of death. So it's said in the sutta, bring the unconscious from the past life, and how this unconscious mind explain in process of thinking or in Abhidhamma, Bhante, which citta?
Yeah, I think we cannot say as a bhavanga. Bhavanga is stable state of mind. We cannot say as a unconscious. Maybe it is a one type maybe based on if it is a tragic memory based on dosa mula cheda, maybe because fear is considered as a part of dosa. Suppose if somebody have a trauma because of past experiences, then it is hidden in the mind,
Not major,
right?
just
Psychology will say
Yes.
unconscious mind, right?
Yes, dosa mula citta, but this person didn't realize that actually he has this mind, Bhante.
But
But it works. It works all the time, according to psychologists.
shift.
And according to the facts, it works because this person can be stressful and it can create some sickness in the body,
Banyan.
maybe become cancer, maybe become certain sickness. It is proven from mental, the sources of from the mental wrong thinking, subconsciously or unconsciously.
Okay, so I think according we don't have any mental functions, the name of mental function, such one. What we can explain is wholesome or unwholesome energy is existing in our mind process, in our mind process. So if somebody have a tragic things in the past, so that memory, that energy or that memory will be hovering in their mind, So in that way, when occasion arise, they may recall their past memory. So there's no such name in Abhidhamma, but what we can see is the energy of maybe energy of the past. So I think there's no subconscious mind in according to Abhidhamma. So mind always aware, unconscious. There's no unconscious mind. Mind always aware. Only when occasion arise. Occasion arise means suppose if he or she sees something, then accidentally he or she recall their past tragic memory. So I say, according to Abhidhamma, mind always aware of.
Or can we say that this is more or less the same like when we are having a dream when we are sleeping, Bhante? We don't realize what we are dreaming, but actually we realize what happened actually.
Yeah, in the dreaming state, when the mind is dreaming, but of course, we are, how to say, the more or less control, then our past memory will be walking, appearing in our mind, just like when you have a problem at the office and there is a fighting or yelling at each other, then it will come to, sometimes it might come to your dream. But as I earlier said, as I in my previous lesson said that dream is a state of mind. But of course, so that dreaming state of mind is influenced by your past actions, Maybe unconscious. Maybe we can explain with like this. So only when you how to say something happened similar to your past tragic experience, then we will recall.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you.
Okay, Bhante, thank you.
Then Mary and Lou. Hello.
Hello, Bhante. Good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to ask about, after, knowing all the 54 Kamabachara cheaters, I'm thinking like this Akusala Vipaka Chitta, after say the Akusala Vipaka Chitta, after the investigating chitta, it would be Javana. So I'm thinking
Determining.
determining.
Mm.
Then After that, would it be linked to akusala, the 12 akusala citta? Like I have this pain body consciousness. Then after that, would it link to hatred, citta, for example? The yeah. Did I explain myself well? Sorry. Yeah. So I'm just trying to link the two groups together. Whether this unwholesome resultant citta will link back to the first group of citta that we have studied.
Yeah, actually, when you have a body pain feeling, that is a how to say, accompanied by body consciousness. Then after that, receiving consciousness. Then and I think I have to say that because of unwholesome actions in the past, you experience painful feeling in your body. Suppose you didn't do exercise, you eat whatever you like, then you have a diseases because you are lazy to do exercise, and then you are full of greed to eat a lot of unhealthy food. Then after eating that, you're painful feeling in your body. But here, so not taking care of your health, laziness, that is unwholesome actions. Then you eat whatever you like, unhealthy food, that's unwholesome because you cannot control your loba. And because of that, painful feeling, as a result, painful feeling in your body or diseases. That is body consciousness, right? Body consciousness. That is the result. Then after that, according to mind process, receiving consciousness, then your body pain in your body, then your mind will receive, investigate, and determine it. After determining javana, in the javana state, it will determine again which one. It depends on you how you determine in your mind. It will be wholesome and unwholesome. Suppose if you have anger because of your pain feeling in your body, anger is unwholesome. Unwholesome karma. Here is karma.
Kusala citta.
So anger is akusala karma. Unwholesome action again, because of your determination in your mind. Then that is the unwholesome anger. Then you have a bodily painful feeling in your body. Then you are very mindful. You practice mindfulness. But if you are practicing mindfulness and clear comprehension regarding with your painful feeling in your body, so there will be no anger in your mind. No anger in your mind. Then, so just mindfulness, clear comprehension, they are beautiful chaitas. Beautiful chaitas. Then, even though you have painful feeling in your body as a result of unwholesome karma, then you trying to be very mindful your experience. Then because of mindfulness and clear comprehension, so there is no anger in your mind, just wholesome, beautiful chaitas in your mind. So for that reason, we always say that determination is the most important part. How you determine the object. So here, the object here, pain feeling. Huh? How you determine the object. So javana will be different. If your determining chaita is not good, then akusala citta will arise. Akusala karma. If determining citta is good, then kusala karma. Determining is the most important part. So for that reason, so the Buddha recommend to practice meditation, mindfulness, clear comprehension. Then if you are mindful all the time, even though you experience unpleasant people, even though you see unpleasant people, if you are mindful, you just know that what you are seeing, the anger will not arise. Unwholesome mistake will not arise. So for that reason, we can change our course of our action. It depends on our mind. Of course, because of our past karma, we will experience unpleasant people. We will hear unpleasant songs, but we can change it. Then by practicing mindfulness and clear comprehension, so there will be no anger in your mind, just beautiful chaitas in your mind. So in that way, you are changing your destiny, your karma, your actions. Now, as a receptor, those beautiful chaitas, then you will have a good reset, good how to say then, kusala vipaka, wholesome reset, and good reset. Then I hope I didn't cover your question. So time is up. So thank you for all your questions. So let's pay home with Triple Jim to close. Yo vara dambavaro manu jesu sakyamuni bhagavakata kecho Parakato bala viriya samangi dan suka dan saranatamu pemi ragawi ragama ninja masokan Dhamma masangkata mapatikulan Marura mimampa kunan suwipatan Dhamma mimam saranatamu pemi Yata cha te namaha palamahu Chatusu susi supuri sayugesu Atacha pogala dhammata sate Sankami mansaranatamu pemi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good night, everyone.